Hey yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back. It's me, Jeffrey here, and today we're gonna talk about Silksong. Yes, Silksong sucks so bad. I mean, you guys click into the video, that's what you guys probably will see. But before you guys say anything, let me just clarify what I mean. Okay, I think the game is a solid 8 out of 10. It's a great game, but there is some element that I find it's so annoying that it sucks so bad. Okay, that's just some element in the game that's how I feel. Right, so for you guys who are not familiar with my Suck So Bad series, there are videos and games that I play where I find a bit of annoyance with the game that I think it's appropriate to talk about. For example, I did play Death Stranding. I rage quit that game because I didn't quite enjoy it, because I feel like the game doesn't respect the player's time, and it's just tedious and just I want to enjoy the story, but they just gatekeep that in tedious gameplay that just force you to send deliveries and shit, which they did fix that in Death Stranding 2. They did fix that, and I love what they did with Death Stranding 2, because they just, if you want to play the story, you can just play the story. If you want to play more of the puzzle thing, you can play the puzzle thing. But they did fix that. So from time to time I will make a Suck So Bad video. It all started with Suck So Bad Elden Ring. If you guys know. So here we are. We're gonna go into the game. I'm gonna talk about the Silksong problem that I face. Okay, but before we go into that, just look at this. They have patch 1 available for everybody. So they did patch the game. I had more points that I actually did write down and I was trying to talk about, but they did fix most of those. Like, they fixed, like, number one thing I wanted to talk about was Rosary, which is like one of the things that I wanted to talk about was Rosary, which is the currency or the money that you can get in the game to buy stuff, buy weapons. I mean, like, to buy equipments or weapons, like sight weapons and stuff like that, where you can throw secret darts or like traps or something like that, where you need rosaries for that kind of thing. And the thing is, rosaries are pretty hard to get, and not all enemy drops rosaries, so it was kind of annoying to actually get a rosaries. And this game is so punishing, where you die so much that you will lose a lot of rosaries as well on the way, and so many of the stuff you just need rosaries as well. For example, they did slightly reduce the mid-game bellway and bell bench prices. Bench take around like 70 rosaries or something, from what I know. And it's so hard to get them as well for the money, and they got so many things to buy and so many upgrades to buy. And for you to get to the checkpoint, and you want to use the checkpoint and you need to pay for the checkpoint, it's just a bit annoying as well. Like, when you reach a certain kind of place, and the late game is worse. There is a place where it's just like a one-time use checkpoint that you probably have to pay around like 15 rosaries or something per use. And I was like, what the hell? Like, all those designs are just annoying designs. Like, why would you do that? Why is that a thing? Right? Like, it's just so weird. But so those are the small little things that I was having a lot of problem. Like, I think they're kind of annoying, but they did fix those. And so today, what I really want to talk about, two major things that I really found really annoying for me in my playthrough. So far we played the game for around like 25 hours or so, and with my experience of the game, the early games till like mid game was super annoyed. I was super annoyed by the game. The more I play, the more annoyed I get. I was not really having fun like how I did with Hollow Knight. In Hollow Knight, I played the game at first, it was boring. That's why I quit the game in the first place back in the days. But then I gave it another chance because of Silksong, and I try to play it, and the more I play, the more fun it get, the more better it get, the more it's just a fun game. Okay, it's great and it's nice. But in Silksong, the more I played, the more annoyed I got, because the level design, the runbacks, like you die in a certain place during exploration, then the runbacks to that place is annoying as well, because all the enemies that deal 2 damage to you, this and that, all those problems that happens, and it's just like, oh man, what the hell is wrong with this game, right? So I would not recommend this game to any newcomers or any first timer. I would tell those, like, if you ask me, hey, I never played Hollow Knight, do you think I should play Silksong? I would say no. Go and play Hollow Knight first. If you love Hollow Knight, then come back and buy Silksong and play Silksong. But if it's not, do not play Silksong. It's just not worth it for you. Like it's just gonna have a very bad time. That's just how I felt. Even though I'm a type of guy who really loves side scroller, I love Metroidvania, and I think that's why I have so much problem with it, because I love this genre, and somehow, like, I feel like there's a lot of this artificial fake force difficulty or level design that they have in the game. For example, like the boss one, they actually did slightly reduce the difficulty and for the boss, like Morwing and Sister Splinter. I get why they reduced this, but actually I did not struggle with Sister Splinter. I struggle a lot with Morwing. And then I upgrade my weapon and I re-challenge it again, and I actually managed to beat it. But with Sister Splinter, I get why people hated it. Number one is that it just keeps slamming you down, right? That's fine. You just learn the pattern, and that's great. And this is the kind of boss where when you get into phase 2, just hit it. You're gonna hit down below, because it's like high up, right? It's like higher up, like hitting down, and then you just down here, and then you like you jump and then, right? So what you gotta do in phase 2 is that you hit it, it screams, it drops 2 random mobs. Yep, and these random mobs, they deal 2 damage to you. And it's just annoying. And you don't kill them like, 2 or 3 hits. You kill them with like after, I don't know, 5 hits, 6 hits. They're pretty strong as well. So it's like, it's very cheap kind of design of like, okay, in phase 2 it just throw you a few mobs, and then they can have so many other ways to make them, maybe make the boss much more aggressively. And now it doesn't just hit down, it will hit down, it will hit up here, it will hit like so many ways we can make it into a fun games, or just make it like impossible, right? That monster is gonna slam you like a whole screen. So what you can do is you can jump from here, just jump up here, and just keep sticking up here. Just keep jumping and just keep sticking up here, right? But it just like slam like the whole thing. But you have a pattern that you can see. Those are fun thing that you can learn, and the boss pattern and stuff. But no, what are you gonna do? We're gonna drop 2 mobs, and then just drop 2 mobs, and the mob's gonna be annoying and shit. But for me, when I was fighting with Sister Splinter, I did not struggle, because I think I did get it in like first try or second try or something like that. Just keeps hitting up on the chin. Even though the mobs appear, I just continue hitting, so it doesn't really actually annoy me that much. But Morwing, was like, like Morwing one thing, and then the runbacks to Morwing, it was like, oh god damn it, the runbacks to Morwing as well, and it's like, there's so many weird monsters that just blocking my path. And but the most problematic runbacks that I had in the game is two area. Number one is that weird bug thing that I think a lot of people have the same issue with me, that I didn't quite like, because it's the same freaking boss. The boss is so lazy that what happened in second phase? They drop more mobs. Like, there's this boss where it just keeps slamming left and right. It's like a small little fly, or like gigantic fly. Just keeps slamming left and then just kept slamming right. And then it just climbing, it can slam from the top to the bottom as well. And this boss, what happened in phase 2 is dropping more mobs, and now it just keep slamming around with all this mob, just like you have to evade the mobs, this and that, all these are happening at the same time. You just feel like, oh shit, so annoying. And all these mobs, they don't die with like 2 or 3 hits. Again, they die with like, maybe 5. Some of them, I don't even know if there are any 4 hits. I don't think 4 hits is a thing. Like, all of them, they die around like 5 or 6 hit, or even 7. Some of them, I don't know, because it's like a mid-game boss, and I'm only using like a level 1 weapons. That's just annoying as hell. So that boss was like, oh shit. Like, why is it phase 2 is just dropping like extra mobs? Like, yeah, let's just drop a few random mobs in the game just to make the game the boss much more harder. That's such a lazy kind of design. Like that thing is like a fly thing, right? Like, they could draw like a weird, like phase 2, a weird thing, spores coming out from its body, or like an odor or something like that, right? Like a smelly odor because it's a fly, and then it's like and all this in the second phase, and then just like and then like all this smell just appear out. And now when it slam, you got like weird spores or smell just appear, like a smoky kind of thing, and then you have to evade that. And then when it slam again, you have this lingering smoky or like, you know, odor or something like that at the back that you just have to evade. Now you basically, like in phase 1 when it slam, you just jump over, right? But now if you jump over, they got this lingering thing that is like left behind. So now you have to maybe jump, and then you have to dash so that you can get into like another area. So you have to learn more of the steps and stuff, and it makes the boss much fun. But no, that's not what they do. What happened in phase 2? More random mobs. That's just what it is. Or like in phase 3, in these bosses here, you got 3 phases. In phase 3, just drop more mobs. But instead of that, why not just make like there's this weird maggot effect, right? A maggot effect where you can have like, oh, I'm gonna scream now, and now a lot of maggot just keep dripping out from its body, right? The body just keep having all this mob. If you get hit by the maggot, the maggot will just lock you down, and then you can't heal anymore, right? So you have to like fight, and then after that you can release and then heal. Then you can release yourself from the maggot, and then after that you have to max out your silk again, and then you can heal yourself so that you know you can heal, because the maggot prevents you from healing. So they can do stuff like that, but they did not. What they do, phase 3, random mobs. So I really don't like that, because I feel like it's just a very cheap kind of way to design a boss battle, design a boss fight, and I just feel like it's kind of cheap, like very artificial, just lame. So I didn't quite like this like some of the certain boss design. I just like, again, when you die from it, and then you have the runbacks. And that runbacks is like, why do they do it that way? And there's another boss. I had a lot of fun with the boss, but because of the runbacks, the whole experience just become not fun. Like, there is this boss who uses spear. Before you get inside the citadel, there's this weird last guard or something like that. And then in that boss, you would use a spear, and the spear, just play around the spear, you know, like flipping around and stuff like that. And usually the first phase is just normal attack. You would like, try to dash, stab you, or you know, like slam the spear or whatever that is. But in the second phase, it would just play around and just, you know, spin the spears, and then it would get like a fire effect. Now the fire effects will like just keep expand and stuff. And then when it slam down the spears, now it doesn't just slam down, but now it got like explosion. Like, these are so fun, so great, so nice of a boss design. But then the runbacks, what they're doing right here. Like right now, if you check the map, why is this checkpoint is here and the boss is here? Why not around up here there is one checkpoint? Now you have to go down and you can get to the boss. Like, why would you do that, right? Like, this ore, like this thing to this thing is just annoying. And I'm not the only one that feel annoyed by these runbacks. A lot of people do feel it as well. Yeah. So I feel like that was a bit like a cheap difficulty again. They just designed the level design in a very annoying way, and they just, you know, it's a bad design. It's just bad, okay? I'm not gonna glaze on this game just because it's popular, and you know, and this game is pretty lucky because, you know, you can't get a proper criticism anymore, because a lot of the fan base will just spam you, be like, get good, skill issue. Like, you know, I feel like get good and skill issue is like the same thing when you saw some games and you just spam wook. Hey, look at this, Final Fantasy 16, it's wook. They got Dion, Bahamut is gay now. Holy shit, this game is wook. You know, it's like, no, nobody have problem with gay people, to be honest. Okay, most of the problem comes from okay, so that's just what it is. Usually I think it's much more healthy for video games when you can actually discuss about the video games. You can talk about video games. You can just, you know, like, okay, we have this annoying area, now we are talking about it without being, you know, offended. Oh man, this game, I like this game so much, this guy's talking shit about this game. Oh shit, then why don't you just get good, you know? Just trying to like play around with like words that is so meaningless and stuff like that, that doesn't really address the problem of the game or whatever that is. Like, dude, it's a single player game, right? If you want to get good so much, why don't you just play some rank in a multiplayer games? Then yeah, then you should get good in those games. So I don't really get that kind of like gaming, like, you know, situation that we have right now. We like, you know, when a certain game and this and that, and then people just spamming get. That's a very bad. That is the time when you know your game is being contaminated with tourists. Like, not really like gamer who enjoy video game. They're just there to like talk shit. Like, oh, look at me, I'm so good in playing this game and shit like that, you know. It's like, ah, man, I really don't like the kind of shit, because I did see a lot of that with the Elden Ring fan base as well. Well, there's a lot of other video games that you see when they talk about stuff, they talk about the game, and I like that, you know, like, but I think this game is having the same fandom problem. Like, okay, for example, like if you see like a Nikkei fan base, all the Nikkei fan base, they will be talking about Nikkei video games. And if you see a Final Fantasy fan base, you will see a lot of people keep talking about Final Fantasies, right? And if you see like Elden Ring fan base, everybody just keep talking about get good. Yeah, somebody's trying to like talks about some shit, and then just like get good. And then, like, you know, just trying to address like, oh man, this boss, like, what the hell is this boss? How do I fight? Why don't you just get good? You know, like, it's a very shallow, a very shallow word. That's just how I feel. A bit about annoyance. Sorry about it. That's just me ranting, by the way. But yeah, nonetheless, that's what it is. That's the two things that I think the game has a bit of a annoyance that I feel with the games. So overall, you know what? I don't know how you guys feel about the game. That's how I feel about the game, though. Runbacks, man. Checkpoint. But then again, you know, the game is what it is now. So yeah. I don't think they would probably fix that by like, oh, now we're gonna put a checkpoint nearby some bosses and stuff. I don't know whether if they would do that or not, but oh man, I don't know why they do design the boss or the game like that. It's just so weird, man. The runbacks and some of the boss design with, like, you know, just dropping more random mobs. That's just annoying. And yeah, well, nonetheless, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give a like if you guys enjoyed it. If you guys don't agree with what I say, you guys can thumb down. It's right. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's just conversation. And tell me what you guys concerned. Do you guys, you know, agree with what I'm saying, with the annoying area that, you know, the runbacks and the boss design being so fake and artificial, or like, you know, being so lame, I would say, in a way. Compared to Hollow Knight, if you guys play Hollow Knight, do you think, like, you know, Hollow Knight boss has much more better design than Silksong? And yeah, tell me what you guys think about the game. And well, I hope to see you guys again on the next video. And until then, guys, I'll be seeing you. Drop that beat.